Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Here we are today at the Redlands Pioneer Cemetery. The cemetery comprising on the area now known as Scotts Park in Cleveland, which is this one here, which is on Lisa Street. That's Lisa Street there, so you can come down, you can come along here. Right, so the site this is the first cemetery in Cleveland to establish on the mainland in Redlands. Throughout the operation of the cemetery between 1858 and 1873, at least 11 burials were known to have occurred. It is unknown if they have removed and reburied at the Cleveland 2 cemetery. But given that they knew about the 11 burials here, I would say that they would have removed the bodies here. So I don't think personally that there's any more bodies buried here. So I can't imagine that they would just leave them sitting here and then build a park on top of them. That would be very degrading for the families that were buried here. The place has potential to contribute knowledge that will lead to the greater understanding of the early history and demographic of the European settlement in the Redlands region, and for the burial practices from the time prior to the European settlement. The Cleveland area is a part of the traditional land of the Quantamuca people. So they were part of here, and they, I guess, got moved along, maybe. The cemetery was used until 1873, when it was deemed to be unsuitable due to the swampy nature of the soil. So the second cemetery was needed. The second cemetery is on Wellington Street, which we will be going up to after this, as a part of this. Alright, the people that were buried that they know of was Bridget. She was a child. She died on the 2nd of May, 1876. No, sorry, 1860, sorry. Emily, she died on the 28th of July, 1860. Arthur, 22nd of October, 1861. He was a journalist. He was one of the main popular people that were buried here. George, 9th of February, 1865. Robert, 11th of April, 1869. Henry, there's no date, but he was a carpenter. John, no date, don't know what he did. Jane Neal, don't know the date, and he was a fisherman. William, he was a pub, he owned the Brighton Hotel. Again, no date. And Andrew, no date, but he was a blacksmith. But I did find out a bit more about Arthur. Arthur died from an inflammation of the abdomen, and he was 44 when he died. So that would have been a very painful death on him. Now, the white picket fence here and the actual stone here was put up by a school teacher in the practice of learning history for his class. So they did it as a learning history thing. So you can see that. He was the father of the Queensland Press as well, Arthur. and he was one of the pioneers of the country. So it's not a bad park. Here you've got natural gum trees here. That one there that's near the swings there is a spotted gum. You've got eucalyptus trees here. And the stories that they could tell around here, just on the trees alone. The swing set, the whole park needs a bit of a fixer-upper. They're getting all, looks like rusty and old, so maybe they need to do a bit more maintenance on here. But yeah, it looks alright. Okay, so this was the Redlands Heritage Pioneer Cemetery in Cleveland. It's on Lisa Street. It's not much, but this was the first cemetery in Cleveland to be built. And because the ground became soaked when it was raining and it would just hold the water, and it was deemed unsuitable for a cemetery, so they moved it over to the next one that we're going to. So I'll pause it until we get to it, and then I'll pick it up there. Okay, here we are at the second Cleveland cemetery. So, which is, the other one is just down there. You turn left and then turn right onto Lisa Street. It's just there. It's very close to the second one. The first one, sorry. So we're going to go and have a look around this one. Alright, cemetery, Cleveland Cemetery, the second one, is located at 5371 Wellington Street, Cleveland. Rich in history, Cleveland Cemetery was given to the council in 1927. It opened in 1890, in 1890s, and replaced a small burial ground near the current day Lisa Street, which is the first one that we went to. Right, so the second one was established in Cleveland following the permanent European settlement. The growing population area during the mid to late 19th century. In 1858, a site for a cemetery was surveyed. This is now known as the Cleveland Pioneer Cemetery 1, which was the first one that we went to. Alright, so along here is the ash, one of the many ash gardens that they've got here. Looks like they took some damage from the cyclone. Mostly fallen trees. Some of the plaques are really hard to see. It's just a shame. Okay, in 1873, the second Cleveland Cemetery was called Cleveland General Cemetery. Around 21 acres and 2 roads. It was established as a reserve to the southeast of the first cemetery. The trustees for the cemetery was Taylor War Winship, James Honeymoon, Michael Ryan, Joseph Clark, and Henry Ware were appointed in 1874. Taylor, Michael, and Henry are buried in the cemetery. It is believed that the first burial took place in 1873, although, wait for it, as I try and get my notes up. Sorry about the jumpiness. Present of the memorial to death in 1871 suggests that the cemetery may have been used earlier, or that the gravestones were relocated from the first cemetery of the district's early settlers are buried in this cemetery as well. So, and looks like we've got a couple of fresh ones here as well. So these look pretty new here, or relatively new. We can go down this. We'll go down this one. So looks like these are the newer area. We got 2001, 2006, 2007. Yeah, so these are the newish. That one's 1994, 2007. It looks pretty fancy. That person was well loved. Okay, there's nothing in that one. That's weird. Okay, there's a okay. It is definitely weird. I guess that's where the coffins go. Here we got 2004 and 1994. It's a pretty big cemetery. Yeah, we'll go down this way. Oh, this dude was a horticulturist. Nice. Ronald John Condor. And he died 4th of the 4th, 1995. 2014. So these are new ones, right? 95, 07. Huh. Rutherford. Well, that name sounds familiar. Wow. Wow. Some of these graves are so over the top, but they are so nice too. Two 2006, wow. 2024, she just passed away last year. And he died 1995. Well, and they got reunited. But there's another fresh grave there. That one's hard to see. 2006, 1995, 1995. This is another Rutherford. Oh, Rutherford. Okay. There's two people there, or three. There's three. Huh. 2002 and 2023. Wow. Twenty 2002, 2002 as well. Hmm. Okay, so these are the newer ones. And it doesn't look like they're segregated. Looks like they're all pretty much buried. It doesn't look like they're segregated, but I could be wrong. But I'm hoping not to be. Yeah, these are all new ones. Well, I say new ones, but 2018 and 1999. 2004, 2012. Well, that's a hell of a last name. I thought our last name was bad. Yeah, these are all new. I mean, there's still people. I still look at them, but well, I prefer the older ones. Wow, 2018. Oh, they were brother and sister. Oh, wow. And I guess that would be the father? Yeah, their dad. Wow. That's some different headstone. There's another. Hmm. And there's actually rubbish in that one. Sounds about right. There's another one. Rutherford. Hmm. Army and Huh. Wow. There's a guy up there doing stuff there, so I won't bother him. We'll come down here. We'll do the straw up here. Oh, that's cool. We've got little horsies. Huh. Nice. Pretty fancy one. Or will be, I guess. There's a couple of army ones over there. Military. Sorry, military. Wow. There's another one of those. I guess they're reserved for whoever. Hmm. This one's got a nice seat that you can sit down, but not on them. Hmm. This is the second cemetery for the day. There's one more cemetery to go, and a museum as well. So please watch the other videos as well. Hmm. Wow. Some of these are just so really nice and fancy. Hmm. I'm not sure if it's picking up. There we go. And you got another ash garden here. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. Wow. Well, this person was well loved. There's two people in there. Oh, an angel playing the trumpet. Nice. another one, I guess, ready to go. The army one, military. Okay. Oh, okay, there's a dump truck on here. I'm guessing it's a kid's one then. Yeah. Oh, that's sad. And that's all they could afford. Wow, that is really sad. Okay, so we'll go through this one. But pause it for a sec. Okay, so we got a little gazebo here. There's 3 seats in it, so you can sit there and rest. There's a cockpit too on the back of that one. That's cool. So most of it looks like it's wheelchair friendly. You just have to watch the grass, I guess. There's some dips in it. Yeah, these ones are all relatively new. I haven't seen anything under 1990 yet. So we might just move around to maybe the older sections, which maybe, oh yeah, it looks like up. Oh, here's a baby one. Wow. Another military one. That's a lot. Little angels there. We got 3 in there. Wow. We'll have a quick look down here, but again, these look like they're all new. Same with over here. Looks all new. There's another baby one. So sad. I know it's a part of life, but it still hurts when you see baby graves. Yeah, these are all new or newish. Wow. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's segregated, so it's good. They're all placed next to each other. Christians, Muslims, Protestants, and whatever else. Even the non-believers, the atheists. And see how much room there is when you don't just segregate them. So much more room. Another military one. Right. We should be coming up to the older section now. Well, not here, but a little bit further up. What is that? That looks like an anchor. Let's go check it out. Oh, there is a lot of ants here too. Look, there's a lot of ants nests. Well, that's another recent one. Oh, it is an anchor. Nice. Wow. There's something you don't see every day. Okay. 2014, 1987. Oh, now we're getting a little bit down. 1998 and 2018. Huh. I wonder what the significance is of the anchor. I'm guessing one of them might have been a captain, maybe, or doesn't say. It says gentleman without an enemy passed away. And passed away. Man with a vision and a mentor to many passed away. Interesting. Wow. Couple of grandparents. Oh, that looks a bit nasty. We'll go up here.